Hello, everybody. Welcome back to The Big Thing. What an episode it's going to be today. You saw my review of Star Wars Visions. Well, I'm going to talk a little bit more about it with Steph. She's the anime fan. I didn't even know what it really was. Anime, that's a lie. But I definitely wasn't a fan, and then I went into it. Maybe I've changed, maybe I've not. We'll talk about it. Dear Evan Hansen's a movie, and that came out, and Steph saw it. And Brett loves his new nose hair trimmer. We're talking about all of that stuff in just a little bit. It is The Big Thing. We're going to have a lot of fun here today. It's Steph Sabra. It's Brett Sheridan. It's the show. It's The Big Thing. We'll see you in a second, suckers. What's up, everybody? Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to The Big Thing. That's Wednesday. Sure, why not? And it is exciting to see you, to hear you, to talk with you. And it's exciting to talk to this lovely lady.
Hello.
Oh, I meant to put the camera on Brett.
Oh, sorry, Ray. I hate
all
to
right.
steal your thunder.
How are you, Steph Sabra?
I'm good.
You good?
Yeah, if I start yelling, it's because my headphones are really
Yeah,
loud.
Is it super? Are they really loud?
What's up, everybody?
Hold on, wait. Tell me which one are you? I forget. So
they're both. Yeah. Oh, that was me.
Oh, there it is.
Which
Oh,
one is
there.
it?
Oh, it's good.
Are you good?
That's
Yeah.
the sweet spot.
That's nice. Oh,
You
yeah.
good?
Yeah.
See, just like that. That's why I've been married so long.
He knows how to listen.
I know how to listen. That's true. It's nice to
Very
see
nice.
you guys. Welcome back to the Big Thing. It's nice here in the SEN studio. Brett Sheridan. So Steph got not mad at me, but she was like, "You son of a bitch," when I told her that I watched Visions earlier today.
I tried to be.
You were mad.
Yeah, there was like a moment I was like, you watched it without me.
And you're like, you don't, yeah, right. How many times I've gotten that, but also because you were like, you don't even like anime.
Yeah, okay, so I knew Kristian never talked bad about it, but he's like, I'll check it out if I feel like it one day. And so but I've been so excited because this is a big deal. It's like my worlds are colliding, Star Wars and anime, and I feel like they did it in the most perfect way, collecting all the best Star Wars anime studios in Japan, and not Star Wars, anime studios in Japan.
So that's the kind of stuff that I know nothing about, which is great. Why I'm glad you're on the show. There's stuff that I definitely didn't cover in my review. Had you been in it, then you would have been like, well, actually this, and this. So as you say, you just say, if I watch it, I watch it. That's legitimately how I did my review. Up until I got a screening link for it, I think, I don't know, what was it, a few weeks ago. And I was like, I don't know if I really want to check this thing out or not. I haven't been very excited about it. It looks cool, but I'm not an anime guy. It's not that it looks bad. I'm just not an anime guy. So I asked the fans. I went to my Facebook page and I said, "Do you guys give a shit what I think about this at all?" And they're like, "Yeah, And the guy had a great answer. The one guy, he's like, if you care, if you want to do it, he's like, if you want to watch it, then that's it. Don't do it because that was kind of my whole basis of things. I don't want to review anything that I don't give a shit about. Yeah. So I watched the trailer again, and I'm like, all right, it looks like it could be fun. And it is fun. It's like the stories, the mythology that's there is awesome. Like the anime is the anime. You're not going to become an anime fan from watching it. It's like it's still stuff that I'm not going to start watching anime just because I like Star Wars Visions. And the voice cast. Listen to some of the voices in this thing. You got Lucy Liu, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Tamora Morrison, Neil Patrick Harris, Allison Brie, Kyle Chandler, David Harbour, James Hong, the great James Hong, and Henry Golding are just a couple of names inside of this thing.
Yeah, it's stacked.
Yeah.
They really went all out for a lot of Asian American actors that got to do it. So that's really equally cool. But I'm curious because obviously we watched Bad Batch. That's a different form of animation. But how did that hold up in terms of how much you enjoyed the viewing?
So it's tricky because if you ask me which stories I liked better, this, no question. The tricky part is that Bad Batch is canon.
Yeah.
This doesn't try to be canon because it's like almost like the multiverse in Marvel, right? It's like there's these side stories. You go into it like sometimes they talk about separatists, sometimes they talk about the Empire, sometimes they talk about thousands of years after the Jedi have been extinct. Sometimes it's like you just go in with these separate side adventures, and they blend Japanese culture inside of this. The samurai stuff is what Star Wars was based on.
Totally.
And Western.
And Westerns. No, you're right.
That's my rogue.
Yes. And all of that is in that, right? And then there's stuff with like the twins and like, is that Luke and Leia? No, but we relate to it so much because we've seen it so much. And they're short. They're anywhere between 12 and 20 minutes each one.
Oh yeah,
easy. So I think for like if I was telling Brett who probably wouldn't have checked this thing out beforehand, right?
I remember reading about it and us talking about it and knowing that yes, they were using a lot of top anime people to work on this, and that was really cool. And I thought just because it was Star Wars, you'd be into it, but so you weren't because it wasn't canon and it wasn't part of the story. That was what was keeping you back a little bit? Or?
Not an anime fan, which is part one. Part two, it had nothing to do with any of the story that happens. It's the same way that I don't really watch like Droid Tales or the Lego stuff as much as much as they're entertaining and really well put together, and I've laughed when I've watched them. The same reason why I kind of stopped reading the books and the comics, because even though they're officially canon, very rarely do they play into the story. Just happened recently. Just happened recently with Timothy Oliphant. His characters from the books. That was cool. It happens every once in a while, but not as much. And so I like to be rewarded from some of this stuff. I'm not telling everybody they have to do that. That's just my personal preference on it. But I put that to the side because I was curious about it. My buddy also worked on it. I didn't realize that he was an executive producer on it. My buddy James Waugh worked on it.
Go off.
And I went to college with James. And he did a great job. And when I saw his name, I didn't even know going into it last night. Didn't even know. I haven't talked to him in a while. So when I looked and I saw his name, I was like, oh, I know. James has a great understanding of Star Wars and I'm like, okay, so he's one of the producers on this thing. I'm in it even more now. But there were a few episodes I did not that I didn't like, just weren't for me. Like there's a Rabbit Jedi. I'm good. I'm all right. I'm all right without the Rabbit Jedi. Yeah.
Oh, I see that. I'm like, a Rabbit Jedi? Tell me more.
Yeah, right.
If indeed.
100%. The anime fans are going to lose their minds for the Rabbit Jedi because the story, it's not like she's not like, she's a legit character. I couldn't get over the fact it was a fucking rabbit. I just couldn't get over the fact. I'm like, give her a carrot until they shut her ass. It's like, but it's a cute story. Like she is adopted by this family years later, and they set up the relationship that very well. That's what they do in this for the short period of time that they have. They set up relationships really well in all of the stories, even the fucking rabbit story. They have she's adopted by this family. You see this relationship she has with her sister. Years later, the sister now wants to join the Empire. She is now the adopted daughter of the father, who's like, no, we've got to fight our fight. This is wrong, and they have like a clash. And you care, but I couldn't get over the fact there's a fucking rabbit.
Are these standalone? Like, are they little stories?
Yeah,
so they don't connect. Okay.
You can watch. If I told you, Brett, you don't want to see the rabbit one, skip it. You're not going to miss anything.
Did you even not being an anime fan see different kind of styles, and maybe you can tell definitely, this was different director, different animator, different.
Not necessarily there because it's just because my lack of knowledge when it comes to that stuff. I'm sure Steph will.
Yeah, I think visually they are different styles.
Yes. I shouldn't say that then, because when I go back into my mind and I look. So I actually have some of the stuff here that I did for my review, right? So the first one that came out was Duel, and that's like that style is completely different from. Where's our girl? There's a rabbit.
Yeah, that's completely.
So it's completely different from this, and this is old school like Kurosawa type shit.
Yeah.
Right. So this was awesome. There's a lot of different ones. I mean, this one's one of my favorite ones called The Ninth Jedi. They mention in this episode they mention Acolyte of the Sith. Come on, the Acolyte.
Dang.
And right away, I'm like, okay, I know what we're going for there. This was the last one. This one's really good. This one's pretty emotional.
See, that's why I love anime, and that's probably the stuff you subconsciously liked, is like their ability to tell stories in short amount of time.
There was nothing subconscious about it. It was the storytelling that I liked. Yeah, that's why I kept tuning in. I sat here like a slob. With shoving, I don't know. I got something from The Purge. They sent me this package that I got to post. And I don't even know what is this. I don't even know what this is. This thing here. This is the this beaver nuggets. I don't know.
Beaver nuggets.
Do you want some, dude? Try these.
Yeah.
I fucking crushed that bag yesterday.
No, these are.
Take one.
This is wrong.
Take one. Steph, try one of those. I crushed a beaver nugget yesterday.
Wait,
I've
crushed it.
heard of this.
Made with real beavers.
Oh.
I crushed those things, slamming down beaver nuggets, watching Visions, and I'm like, I can't be here any longer. I'm gonna destroy this bag. So I had gotten through, I think, 6 episodes of Visions, and then I went into, help with the kids. Then last night, just put my computer on, put it on the TV, watched the rest of it, and it didn't feel like work.
Wow.
You know what I mean? It didn't feel like work.
What a full circle.
Totally, 100%.
Christian.
100%. I was expecting,
for it.
I was expecting it to feel like work, and it didn't feel like work. I liked it a lot. So, Star Wars Visions, and I think at this point it'll already be out. I think when does it come out? It comes out today.
Tonight, yeah.
And Wednesday.
Yeah.
It comes out on Wednesday. So for you guys, if you didn't see my review. Is it for real on Wednesday? Because we're taping this fucking thing on Tuesday, but it comes out on Wednesday. Yeah.
Wednesday, yeah.
Don't ask me. This is where it always.
This is where it falls down. And it's like, what day is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like Mark.
Happy Friday, everyone. What?
Yeah, when Ellis,
I gotta get the kids.
when Ellis,
Then head off.
where'd they go? When Ellis comes in, he doesn't even try to pretend.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
She's just like,
One time I was on with him, he's like, because this is Friday and
right.
you're hearing this
not
Monday.
not even gonna pretend. But think about how confusing the listeners are who are hearing it on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Like to them, it's like, oh yeah, thanks. Wait, what? Wait,
Yeah.
Brett's confused. Why? Wait, Brett, is it not Wednesday? What the hell day is it?
Today.
It's today.
I recently said I had the worst thing of ever because
Gas?
we've all done
Yeah.
that. More than that.
Yes.
We've had I thought it was Tuesday all day and it was Wednesday.
Yeah.
But I had within a day, I switched from thinking it was Tuesday when it was Wednesday and thinking it was Thursday when it was Wednesday within the same day. Totally messed me up. I think I'm losing my mind.
Yeah.
I honestly think I'm losing my mind.
I think that's going to happen for me soon because of the comedy shows and because of New York. Like I'm taking a few days off like beforehand.
Oh, I'm gonna
be all fucked up, especially with the jet lag and all that. But I'm excited for it. I'm excited to go back. I've been working on doing 15 minutes on the 26th. So the 25th we're doing the Cantina match between Mike Kalinowski and Amaru Moses for the title, and we're also doing Robert Parker versus Saul, which is going to be a big one. There's a third match that I'm not remembering. Oh, it's Rick Raditz versus Frankie Alvarez, which is going to be a big one.
Oh, that's going to be so fun.
That's going to be a fun one. So those two, I can't wait for those two.
The last time you went up was
New York
when we both did, right?
That was in New York. That was 2 years ago. Jesus. But I haven't done a set in LA in over 12.
Wow.
About 12 years. But like I'm doing. I mean, I would say 60% new material with
going for it.
Yeah, with a lot of the other stuff. I mean, even the older stuff is tweaked.
Yeah,
like the stuff that I was telling you about and stuff that I had added, and the thing I told you this morning, like that's like a tweaked joke from
a lot of those slurs you used to use. You can't
do them anymore.
No,
can't use them anymore.
I've done, but what's nice is I did not slurs. Steph. But with topical things, and you go like, oh, I can't do my Elian Gonzalez bit anymore.
But you could probably. That was a great joke. Like and it's so funny that because that kid's like 30 now.
Yeah. But I tweaked it to a different thing.
Yeah, and you could do that. So
it's nice when you can keep those old gems around.
It's true. You know what my goal is for this show? If it goes any good, if
you make good laugh, people.
If you're good laugh, people chuckle. You know, they say, "Oh, you funny guy."
Guy hat, not like.
No. No, him. You no. I don't know what it's like. The sausage guy came back.
Yeah.
No. You can do that. You want sausage?
You make laugh.
But my goal is, if it works out and it's a good set, does well, people are enjoying it, I want to talk to whether it's Flappers or whatever too. And I think even if it's once a month, do like an SEN Live like comedy.
Oh,
show.
That would be fun.
You get like Winston, Brett, Kate, Alice.
Yeah.
You know, I would, and Alex can just sing songs.
Yeah,
to warm up the crowd.
That would be nice. Yeah.
So
mix it up,
well,
Steph.
So that's the goal.
You gonna do some stand up?
Yes, I will.
I think you should.
12 years, first set. Steph told me to go fuck myself when I asked her if she would come into the show.
No,
those were the words. She said, "Go fuck yourself."
On a day he knows that I have a show. I'm gonna try to go. I want to go. When did you decide that you were gonna do stand up again?
In LA or in general?
In general.
It's always been flipping around in there, right? Like it's like it is. It's like
you
it's what
never
I'm trying
leave
to tell.
the game. Is it one of
trying
those?
to tell, it's my wife even said this to me the other day. It's like she knows that stand-up comedy has always been my gumar. Has always been my mistress, right? She's just like, I just never thought she was going to come back. Right? and like it always has been, but it just, I equate it to Rocky Balboa is what I was telling Ellis. There's a scene with Rocky and Paulie in Rocky 6, and he's just like, there's stuff in the basement. And what basement? Basement. It's like there's still stuff in there, and it's like. So when Ellis, I always, when I went to the Comedy Store, that's why I stayed away from the Comedy Store for so long, because anytime I went to the Comedy Store, I started to get that kind of like tick of like, you got to get back, you got to go. It's like being in the gym. You're a fighter, you're being in the gym. But I was like, I don't know, no, I'm not. And then you just get back into regular life, and it takes you over. And then every time we would go to a show for a Schmodown, Ellis would always like, come on. Ellis is like my pusher.
Yeah.
He's like, you want some? You want some? Come on, it's cheap. And then I don't know what it was. It was August of 2019. God. And I was sitting at a Mets game with Dagnino, and Ellis texted me and he goes, "Do you want to do a set tomorrow night?" Knowing that I was going to say no, and I said, "Yeah, I'll do one." He said, "Really?" I said, "Yeah, I'll do one." He's like, if you say yes, you're on, right? And I said, I'll do it. So I wrote a bunch of new stuff for that day. I just did a bunch of new stuff.
That was a fun show.
It was a fun show.
And I don't think I knew until that, like, you're like, oh, I'm going up to that. I'm like, oh, really?
Yeah.
Before you. Oh, cool.
But you did great that night.
That was so fun.
Yeah.
And my sister my sister had never seen me do stand-up, but I cannot believe that was so long ago.
2 years ago. Well,
and that was when I got the bug again.
Right.
And then it just all went...
Yeah. Well, you already had done it a couple times though.
I did Houston.
You did Houston,
and then it was like I was talking to Alice. I'm like, okay, maybe we'll do some more.
More.
Yeah.
And then that was the plan, is to go. So the honest answer to those stuff is like last year for my birthday, I took the day off from work, didn't tell anybody I was doing anything. I just smoked myself silly, and I watched a bunch of my old sets, which is hard to do in general. Oh. I watched a whole bunch of old ones and seeing if there was stuff that I did back then that I could tweak today, knowing that it's so different in the way that I would present stuff, just talking about stuff. Like, for being here doing this every 3 days and being on Collider Live and Schmoes No, and it's like I've been still talking and entertaining people for years, but in a different way than it was from the last time I did it. So I started watching it. I was like, oh, that would work today if you did this, 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 and this, and that would work, and then that would work. And I started, and we're in the height of the pandemic, so there was nowhere, and I was really starting to get it. I was like, I would call Ellis, I'm like, as soon as the Comedy Store opens, I'll try to get into a belly room. He's like, yeah, for sure. And they weren't opening up, and they weren't doing anything, so I just started writing. I started writing more and more, and I have like a document just full of shit. And then I was like, okay, well, let's see. And then I booked out that New York show. I was like, I'll do a show with Ellis in New York, and that was the first one I was planning on doing. And then Jamie Costa called me. And Jamie's like, hey, we're doing this show at Flappers. Do you and Mark want to do a set? And I was like, it was just random that he asked. I was like, yeah. And wife, not happy that I just said yes right away without saying anything too. But I was like, I just got to do it. And so
it's a mistress. It
calling.
Was.
Steph, we always talk about you being on SNL and doing, but if you were going to go in the live thing, have you done sketch or stand up before?
No,
or only like the behind the camera
seriously.
stuff.
Yeah, I've obviously we did sketches growing up, and not like for a professional.
Have you never done sketch? You should join one of those things, man.
I know. I really want
really good.
to. Yeah, that's what I would do. Sketch.
You know why you'd be really good? Because you don't. And you probably know this, and Brett was in Acme Comedy there for years. Correct me if I'm wrong, and don't just say yes if it's true. To me, what I feel that she has is that no fear thing. Oh, like even if you have it, you don't display it, right? So you can, if we say, Steph, jump into a character, you'll try it, even if you don't know but even if you don't know if you have it, you'll try it. Like the shield comes down, and then that's what you need, because if you start like second guessing yourself when you end up, like, if it's like, all right, Steph, you're you're at the grocery store and you're the bag checker and you've got a broken hip. She's going to jump into the hip thing and she's going to do it, right? Not everybody can do that.
No. Oh, I mean, if you're willing to sing,
and if you're a bad singer
with that beautiful voice of yours, but that's the thing. You can't be afraid to look
Steph,
silly. And
can you sing Brett "Happy Birthday," please? It's Brett's birthday.
That's actually a really hard song to sing.
I know, that's why I'm asking.
Like
can
the whole thing.
Sing "Happy Birthday" to Brett.
This is actually trying.
Yes, here we go.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Brett. Here we go. Happy birthday to you.
6 cats died right outside.
Oh, I'm sorry I didn't turn my chair. I really wanted to. You were a little pitchy.
He's on the other side.
Yes. Have you always known that you were a bad singer?
No,
Yeah.
I knew after 6th grade we had a school jubilee. So
Yes.
you auditioned to dance and sing, and I wanted to be like a Justin Bieber. You know,
Oh, I
I wanted
see.
to book both.
But you can dance, you just can't.
Yeah, exactly. So I did Happy Birthday.
Oh.
And I probably sang it exactly like that.
Just like that.
And it was
And then you
no.
really it was like, no.
They said, "We're
Don't
gonna have
come
you
back."
dance."
You're like, don't come back. I go to school here. Don't come back.
We gotta make like a super auto-tuned Steph song.
Yeah.
Like,
You know, I just got
right.
word from the future. 6 cars crashed on the road.
They heard you
They
outside
heard us.
the window.
They heard us.
Yeah.
Okay, speaking of car crash, let's talk about Evan Hansen.
Oh my God.
Now wait a minute. Is an embargo on this thing?
No, it's over.
It's
I mean,
over. The embargo's over at
yeah.
this point. All right, so I have not had a chance to see it yet. I have a screener for this one that I was going to watch, but Steph, you're advising me not to look at the screener now?
I don't
Tell
want
me
to
about
say
this.
that. I
Okay,
will
tell me
say
about the movie.
from the first word uttered in this film.
Which is?
I don't know. I laughed.
Oh. And it wasn't supposed to be funny.
No.
Okay.
No, this is
Hello.
Hi.
How's it going?
I'm
so lonely.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh,
I
no.
want to show you how Ben Platt ran. Maybe I can after.
Is it like Napoleon Dynamite?
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, poor Ben Platt, though, he's getting a lot of heat because he's like 43 years old and he's doing this movie. And
He's
supposed to be-
27,
and he's supposed to be a teenager.
But that's the problem. Okay, his voice actually sounded great. I'll start with the
Well, he
compliment.
played the role in the play, right?
Yeah. So there's been a lot of controversy because if you don't know the story, it's a high school student
Yes.
and there's a suicide, and it's kind of the aftermath of that, and in tapping into
What's
how
the controversy?
the controversy
Yeah.
of it all. Oh, that so Ben Platt plays this kid who's like anxious and depressed, and he has a run-in with this kid who picked up one of his letters. That,
Right. I know the plot of it. But I know the plot is the fact that the kid signed his thing and he pretends that he's been really great friends with the kid,
Yes,
and he
and
wasn't.
he
But
tells his parents that
that's the controversy.
Yes.
It's a story. It's the story of the movie.
No, it's the fact that like he doesn't really have consequences for that, right?
Oh.
You were saying, was it you or somebody?
Oh,
else?
what's the controversy?
Yeah.
That okay, that he.
You need some
is-
coffee? Drink your coffee.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me get some tea.
Yeah, better. Much better. Is that caffeinated?
Ooh, yeah.
All right, good.
Wait,
So
what was wrong with Pretty in Pink?
I thought you meant the controversy. The actual
Was it the
film.
rapey stuff?
No, the
Yes.
controversy.
Yes, it's that Ben Platt is not a high school student, and he's not even close to being
Oh.
18. He's 28,
Okay, so
and
controversy
it so
is him.
clearly
Right,
looks.
okay.
And yeah, people are wondering why he got cast for it because it just doesn't really make
So
sense.
they could have cast a teenager.
Yeah,
in it, right?
everyone else looks like they're in high school. Ben Platt, that's the problem. The moment it opens, it looks like an SNL sketch. You know when they do
Yes.
like Prozac, like type depressive commercials.
Yeah.
That's
No one
what
cared when Ian Zerning did it.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Ian Zerning was like 40 in Beverly Hills 90210. Nobody
so
cared about
true.
him.
But times have changed.
Yeah.
It just looked so obviously like, he has like normal forehead wrinkles that you get in your
Right.
later 20s,
Right.
and the worst wig that I've seen.
Well, he's not
since
kissing
20
anybody in it, is he?
No.
Okay, so
Well,
that's-
He does have a love
yes,
interest,
Kristen
right?
Beaver.
How old is she?
She's above 20, so. But
It's still though.
I know.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, he's only
it.
27 though.
Yeah, he's 28.
He doesn't look 28.
Yeah,
No.
He looks old.
Doesn't look 17. I'll tell you that.
No.
But did you see the report, the freaking deep fake thing?
Oh yeah, I wish
report?
it was deepfaked.
It was like a joke.
Yeah.
They said they're going to do a whole version deepfake. I was like, go for it.
Do it.
And they're not. At this point, you
They
might as well.
should.
You should. Would it have
but
played
that-
better if
no.
it was deepfake? No.
The problem is everything.
Okay,
The
so tell me.
The
Tell me.
problem is
Tell me.
everything.
Talk to me.
And you know, Kristian, I'm easy.
You are,
I
yeah.
love movies. Like it doesn't have to. The writing was bad. The direction was really weirdly cut and edited. It just felt the whole.
Now pretend you're a cartoon rabbit with a lightsaber.
Yeah, it literally felt like a suicide prevention SNL sketch.
Oh,
Wow.
really?
Yeah, from the entire time. It was the first time where I was like, am I going to leave the theater?
Oh, you saw it in the theater too.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah,
okay.
as a screener. It's not for me. I saw it with Roxy. She didn't
What does she think?
love it, but
Okay.
she didn't like it.
Okay, wow. Because I'm usually always on the opposite side of
Yeah.
Roxy. So that's not true. That's not true.
I think it's this year's Cats.
I just okay. This year's Cats. That's brutal.
Yeah.
That's brutal. I mean, because Cats. I mean, you could see where you're gonna have a bunch of people dressing up in cat out. This could go bad.
Yeah.
This one shouldn't go bad.
So the music couldn't even the music wasn't even that great to save it. You're saying
The problem is, okay, people love this play, and so I think if you like this play, you might like it. I found a really big problem. I found a huge issue with the premise. I didn't like the story.
No.
I didn't like the
Did you know
lyrics.
anything about it going into it?
A little bit.
Yeah.
And then as it was unfolding, I was like, whoa.
Right. Were you excited going into it? I shouldn't say excited, but
I wasn't
were you
excited,
curious?
but I was curious.
You were curious.
Yeah. And I feel like it was
Brutal.
It was brutal.
Oof. That's
And
too bad.
I
Weren't they
had-
talking about Oscars or some shit? I think no one's seen Oscars in this
no,
movie.
no.
Maybe Oscar the Grouch.
No,
Yeah.
I feel like if I was in this movie, I'm running from it. I'm not
Wow.
doing press from it.
Say
No.
shut it down.
Shut it down.
Wow.
Get cast in
Brutal.
your next film.
Brutal. I was excited to see it. Or again, not excited, but I was curious to see
I
it.
kind of want you to watch the first 10 minutes.
I will. I have to watch it today because the link expires today.
You haven't seen in the trailers for it?
I've seen the trailer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I knew what the
I mean, it
story
looks
was.
like it's a sobby kind of a
yeah.
thing.
People were crying. Okay, so there was.
Were they crying because it was so bad, or were
I
they
can't
crying?
tell. I was laughing a lot.
Yeah.
there
Not out loud.
No, I was trying really hard not to.
yeah.
But I had an edible, so I was like, geek, geek.
Do you think that affected it though? Like maybe
I was thinking,
if
like,
you weren't stoned off your rocker.
I thought I wasn't off my rocker,
Fucking
but I
druggie. Meanwhile, here's me talking about how I was stoned off my tits writing stand up.
You're like, all I did.
All I did was get
smoke a
stoned out of my
bag.
face. Yeah.
No, that should have helped.
Yeah.
It
Should
should've-
have
it
helped.
should've.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was gonna get.
always helps get high during a suicide film. Always brightens the mood a little bit.
It'll make the suicide funny. Get it? The joke?
Yeah, I was sitting back watching the anime one, and I was gonna do it. I was gonna smoke, and I decided not to because it was, I didn't know how much time I was gonna have for the rest of the night and do it, but I was like, I didn't need it for that one. But for this one,
Love the rabbit then. Oh,
I would have loved the rabbit. I probably would have dressed up as a rabbit as Halloween. Get this! Out of nowhere, the fuck they adopt this rabbit, right? And his sister, they got this whole. They're at a diner. The fucking rabbit's ears are going like this, and then 8 years later, they're fucking lightsaber.
Can you imagine for Halloween, Kristian brings his daughters to school as a Jedi rabbit?
And she's like, I don't want to do it. She's like, Bo-Katan told me she would give me her fucking helmet, and you want me to go as a rabbit? Dad, lay off the pot.
Like, listen,
Yeah, this is it.
this rabbit's it.
This
Yeah.
rabbit's the shit.
People cried during it, though, so if they like, maybe there's a market that likes Dear Evan Hansen.
I heard a
hope
lot
that
of
there
shit
is.
about it, though. I mean, like before, not even you. Like there was people. I started to see like there was. I saw something about a controversy, but I mean, there's a controversy for everything now.
Yeah,
it's kind of
Hey, someone
spoilery.
farted in the back. Oh, how do you do farts? Farts shouldn't be. No. Don't fart. Farts are we gotta save the farts.
I
save
wish
the
someone
farts.
farted.
Controversy seems a little heavy, but I think it was something to do with, and it's kind of just how it ends.
Yeah.
With him, and I don't, I mean, spoiler or whatever, I don't know, but do
you know the play?
I know, we talked about it in a spoilery way, but it's just it doesn't end with like.
He doesn't get in trouble.
He doesn't get any consequences for pretending to be this guy's friend. I think it just kind of wraps up a little too quick. But that's kind of a musical thing. You kind of
Guess what though? Sometimes people don't get any fucking consequences.
Yeah.
You know what I
No,
mean?
I don't think he would have. Honestly, I really don't think he would have, because this kid, they portray him as very seriously depressed and anxious.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I think when you watch it unfold, you rationalize really, really awful behavior. And he says, like, I did the worst thing possible, which it is one of the worst things. And that's why the whole time you're watching, you're like, I actually hate this story.
Yeah.
This is weird.
It's too bad. Because I like that kid. I liked him since Pitch Perfect.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. He's going to be fine. He's so mega talented.
He needs to stay off Twitter, though. I saw him like when the trailer first came out and everybody's talking about that. Is that my grandpa playing this? And he's like responding. It's like you got to own that.
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
You got to know. Like so, the second you're like, you want me to play the character I played 8 years ago? I was 20 when I played that character. You want me to play it now? All right.
The posture, he
Everything,
like ran with his knees locking, and I'm like, oh, is this just like how we're gonna typecast someone?
Yeah, it's like
He stands up. He's like, oh.
Yeah, it's true. And it's 28. Just imagine Brett and I are almost dead.
Yeah.
And so 40, but again,
Mr. Hansen, could you please stand up in front of the class?
That's right. It's true. What's on Netflix?
My one knee hurts. It just always hurts.
It's always hurting. I hurt my back parallel parking. Turning, actually, just turning. What was I going to ask you guys? Oh, there's another show on HBO Max. I love this HBO Max. Love it.
HBO Max rules.
It's the best.
It really is. Hacks?
No, I haven't got into Hacks yet, but marriage, scenes from a marriage.
Oh, how is it?
Fucking rough, but good.
Is it like Marriage Story?
Ish, but different. So the one thing I don't understand from the show, and I don't understand the choice that was made. The first episode starts off with Jessica Chastain as Jessica Chastain, and she's walking to the set, and people are masked and everything too, and she's walking in, and they follow her through, and you see her, she's talking, they hand her a coffee, whatever, and it's Jessica Chastain getting ready. She walks into the thing, she sits down, and they go, action, and then it starts the show, and then she's the character. And then in episode 2 they do the same thing with Oscar Isaac. He walks in, how's he doing, how you going, hey Oscar, he sits down, what am I doing here, I'm doing this, and action, and we start again. And my wife said, why do they do this? It takes me out of it. And I'm like, it's weird, because like part of me hates it and part of me loves it. It's weird. I don't know. But it doesn't take away the show for me. Like
only the first 2 episodes did that.
There's only been 2.
Oh.
So I assume they're going to do it every episode. But these 2 motherfuckers can act their ass off. They are so good, and they've been in movies before together. But like this is next level stuff as far as their acting goes. So it's like this couple. I don't know. You can handle it, Brett.
No,
it's
probably
brutal.
not.
But it's not like super. I mean, it's not like a lot of. It's just
that's everybody. I don't think Brett.
It's just so. Well, the first episode is them. They establish their relationship, the stuff they've gone, how they met. But you don't see them meet. But it's like they're talking to this girl that Oscar Isaac knows from college, right? He's like this intellectual that works from home, takes care of their daughter. She's like this established businesswoman who does. She's on the road and she's pained. You can tell she's pained. They have these conversations. Something happens pretty tragic in the first one. Not pretty tragic. Tragic. Just not. I don't want you to start coming up with a bunch of different things inside your head, going, "Oh, is that what happens?" It's tragic. But then in episode 2, something with their relationship goes in a different road, and it's like, and my wife and I are watching, like, screaming at the television, that type of thing. Like, what do you? No, why would you do that? Why would you say that? Tell them to get the fuck out of here, like that type of thing, right? and we're enjoying it. We're enjoying it, and it's a testament to how good Chastain and Isaac are. They're so good.
She's unbelievable.
She's really good.
She has some of my favorite movies. Miss Sloane, have you seen that one?
Which one's that?
It's where she is a lobbyist.
Okay.
And
I know what it is. I haven't seen it, but I know what it is.
You would love it. But Jessica Chastain, I've just like fallen in love
She's
with.
great.
I think she just murders every role that
really
she
great.
does. I need to check that out.
Yeah, I mean, look, if you want to see for acting purposes, Brett, it's like I mean, watch first episode.
Yeah.
You're not gonna be like it's not one of these ones where it's just like, oh my god. It's not that. It's not that. It's
Well,
just
I
like,
am watching Mr. Corman, which is a little bit of like, oh my god.
I saw the first episode. We watched a little of the second episode. We never got into it.
It goes like,
It goes dark.
Boop, boop. No,
Really?
I mean it's like all over the place.
Yeah.
Like there's a whole episode that's like live action. Everything's like
This is Joseph
cartoony
Gordon-Levitt.
bef-
Yeah.
yeah.
I've seen that one.
And
That
then,
was, yeah.
but there's the one we just saw that was the most recent one was like pandemic is just kind of, and nobody knows anything about it. And if you watch a show, you will see what I went through. It's a series of him like touching a handle, washing his hands, touching a thing, washing his hands, putting stuff in the microwave to burn off. So, like it's completely me. My wife just kept looking at me like,
that's you.
that's you.
Yeah,
You're crazy.
Yeah,
Still, or was it the beginning of the pandemic?
It was the beginning. I used to be like just.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's
That was spring groceries before I put them in my house.
Yeah.
You don't know what happens here. You don't know what happens in this house. Don't you?
You ever seen a
Don't you
banana
dare, you
bleach?
don't have-
It's the truth. But to my wife's credit, though, like there's certain things she goes, I know this is over the top.
Mm-hmm.
She goes, deal with it.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? As long as you're aware.
Yeah, I'm all about self-awareness, and your kids are safe. So
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like she's like, I know this might be extreme. I know this is over the top. I know, but like, this is what makes me comfortable. So deal with it. And I was like, when she said that, I went like this.
you kept it real, wifey.
That's it.
I constantly have to tell everybody in my family. I just have to say, let me have my weirdness, because if you make fun of it and you like give me a hard time, it's gonna make me feel weird. Like we go on a trip.
That's basically what my wife said.
I have shoe bags. I put all the shoes in a bag because I don't want shoes in with
Shoes!
the clothes
I
touching
do the
all the
same
stuff.
thing.
And so I go, everybody put your shoes in the shoe bags in line. It's like, I just put my slippers in them. Just please put them in the fucking shoe bag.
Yeah.
Just do this one thing for me. It's
Lydia?
not.
What if she turned around and she's like, no, you fucking weirdo.
Yeah, and it's like,
I told you not to trigger.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay, look, there's some, as I mentioned earlier today, Brett's in a good mood. You know why Brett is in a really good mood? Because he's got a new, lovely, wonderful nose trimmer. And I'm addicted to that nose trimmer, dude. I'm addicted to it. Like my wife was like, oh, there it is again. The ear trim. Like I always worried about having like the grandpa ears. No fucking way. Never gonna happen. Do you love this thing?
oh yeah,
It's
yeah.
the best.
And the ears too. Yeah, because my ears are like, I'm full old man ears at this point.
But
you
you
know,
not
growing
anymore.
out the top and the side. No, I'm.
And it's that sound it makes when it's when you know it's fucking doing its job. It's like, you're like, yeah, get in there, fucking kick some ass. But the big thing is brought to you by Manscaped, and we always thought, what a perfect sponsor for the big thing, Manscaped. They are the best in men's below the waist. They're the grooming champions of the world. It is Manscaped. They offer precision-engineered tools for your family jewels. It's Manscaped. They just launched their 4th-generation trimmer. It's the Lawnmower 4.0. You try this thing yet, Brett?
Hell yeah.
It's like that. I always bring it up. It's like that spaceship in Terminator, the first one, the ship in Terminator. It's got that big light.
It has the extra attachments too. It's like
It's so good.
yeah. It's
awesome.
Sexier than the other one.
Yeah, Steph. Kate was in here talking about how she likes musty balls. You can't be a musty balls person.
Can't relate. I relate to Kate in a lot of ways,
But not that way.
Not
Yeah.
that
You
way.
want them to have the Manscaped lawn trimmer.
Are you kidding me?
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
It is so nice.
On
It's
smooth
wonderful.
sailing,
That you need a smooth ball bag, and in order to do, you got to join over the 2 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped. It's got this exclusive offer just for you guys. It's 20% off and free worldwide shipping, but you got to use that code BIGTHING, and you go to manscaped.com. Imagine shaving with a sleek, well-designed, and optimized trimmer that makes shaving time your favorite time in the bathroom. I'm not going to lie to you. Like it's addicting. You'd be surprised because you get scared at first. You're like, oh, is this going to hurt me? No fucking way. It's amazing. Because back in the day, you have like these stupid razors or even the not good trimmers. Oh no, did I hurt something? Oh my God, do I have to go to the doctor? And it's like, no, you don't have to go to the doctor.
Plug it in. This one you bring it right in. I had to run an extension cord before to do it.
And it's got the wireless charger. This thing is a wireless charger. The new wireless charging system. It uses electromagnetic induction, which can help battery length and it lasts longer. It's so good. Lawnmower 4.0. It even allows you to customize your trim through additional guard lengths. It's got the 1 through 4. And if I didn't mention before, that wireless charging is just, it's the best. If you've been shaving with the same nut trimmer on your face, come on, what the fuck is wrong with you? No person wants to end up with pubes in their mouth. Can you imagine that? You're shaving with one thing, doing that. You don't need it. It's time to get your own ball hair and body trimmer. Get Manscaped. Do that me time. It's the best time. Enhance your confidence with some big, nice, smooth balls. Get 20% off of free shipping with that code BIGTHING. Manscaped.com. If your balls could talk, they would say thank you. You're not neglecting me anymore. Because look, let's be honest. If you're married, your balls are neglected. But they won't be. 20% off and free shipping with the code BIGTHING at Manscaped.com. That is 20% off with free shipping at Manscaped.com. Use that code BIGTHING. Unlock your confidence and always use the right tools for the job with Manscaped.
Unlock your smooth balls.
You got it. Listen to me. All of you out there, go and get Manscaped, and I'll tell you why. Not only should you do it because you're going to feel nice and wonderful down there, because I'm selfish, and I want them to be a sponsor for the rest of my duration doing this. They are so good, and it is brilliant. Bill Gates, and then this guy, who made the ball trimmer.
They're doing God's Steve work Jobs. Out there.
Yeah.
What? We thank you. We thank you for getting these balls cleaned.
Yes. See, I mean,
it's hard out here.
This literally. So this is what what Kate was talking. Kate was like, "Yeah, I'm not the demographic for this one." And then, because my wife was, because they also got this the lotion.
Oh yeah.
Good. She's like
toner you spray on
everything. Kate walks out and my wife's like, "Oh yeah, this is great." My wife was like big, and Kate's like, "Ah," and like, how would you? We're going to get into this for a second because we got to talk about who's next on the docket for Steph.
Jesus.
And do they have smooth balls, I guess?
Oh, you got
to have smooth balls. It's a deal breaker, right?
No, it is a deal breaker. Like, because at least for me, I really don't want to be down there unless it's smooth.
Right.
Like,
it's like, running through a forest.
No, because it's like you didn't care.
Right.
About how you're presenting your balls to me.
Or if you do,
this is what you've laid before me.
This is what you've given me.
And what if he did that? What if the guy, he's got like a Gene Wilder bush down there, and then he looks at you after, he goes, huh? You're out the door.
Nah.
You're out the door.
No, I don't want.
Who needs that?
Your curly pubes.
Oh, you should also show it off, man. Yeah. You're gonna show it off with this. You got again. It's like the Gene Hackman. What's the Gene Wilder, Gene Hackman hairdo? It's got that.
Yeah, that's exactly what it looks like.
Yeah, it's like that's what it is. It just like grows out. It's like a clown now.
Yeah. It has a life of its own.
Who needs it? I haven't had. Man, I mean, when I was a teenager, you didn't know. At first, you're like, and then you. But you got this as a teenager.
Oh.
You got this tool. Come on.
Get it.
All right, Steph, we're going into dating talk.
Oh, boy.
What's going on now? Is this a disaster?
Well, I cut my entire roster.
I know. What I told you, though, the other day was, and I got to repeat this on the air. All right, because you said something about there's a particular, I forget what it was. And tell me about this new guy first, and then I'll say.
There's no new guy. Okay, I'll tell you the story.
Tell me the story, because if you call people, if certain people do things and you call them back, you're not allowed to complain about it anymore.
I'm not calling any of these people back. I agree with you completely.
All right, fine. What happened?
I have cut my entire roster. We're not even in draft season yet, but I went out and I had like a crazy, two guys. I won't get into that story.
Wait. You can't know.
Okay. So
what the hell are you talking about?
And even clipped out, that one sounds a lot different.
You're right. There was two guys. There was a unicorn that came in, and there was a clown juggling in the background.
On his forehead, you wouldn't believe it. It's like, whoa.
Well, as long as it was him that had.
No,
that.
they were. Thank God. They were English, and they had legitimate Cockney accents, and that's the only British accent I can do properly. So I can do this. all of a sudden this like there's
Where are you, by the way?
We're in at like Rock and Riley's. I'd never been there.
Whatever
like,
that is.
It's
Okay.
a classic Hollywood Sunset Boulevard bar.
Got it.
I hadn't been there before. It brings in like a really eclectic mix of people in LA visiting, all different age groups. This one Indian guy came up with this one white guy. The Indian guy like looked kind of like, he honestly looked like he came out of Big Bang Theory.
Okay.
Like a nice guy.
So
but
you're at the bar.
I'm at the bar sitting with Roxy.
With Roxy. And
minding
so
our business.
so you guys, so this is throughout the duration of the night, guys are coming up to you.
Yes.
Okay.
These two come
We need
up.
a camera on these.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was unbelievable.
Yeah.
These two guys come up. One is like the Big Bang Theory guy.
Yes.
The other is a guy who is blasted in tattoos, like blasted.
On his
He's
face, like
white.
Tyson style?
Yes.
Wow.
Like more than Tyson.
Okay.
Like
Wow.
you can't even see his face, kind of.
Right.
And I was like, fuck, I do not want this person. Like he looked like.
What if he's a nice guy?
Okay, so the other guy seemed nice, and he had a glass eye, and he
Oh.
goes, "Hello, I'm Phil," and I was like, "Hi," and then he goes, "I have a glass eye," and I was like, "That's awesome, fuck yeah, science."
You know what, though?
Opened.
Open with that
Open.
motherfucker. Good on Phil.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, Phil. It's like right away. Let's not blast around it. I'm in the middle of talking. Like, well, wait a minute. No, right off the bat.
Yeah.
Here's what it is, and I got shaved balls.
Except that
Hello, my name is Phil. I have a glass eye for my first May point.
that's what it felt like.
Hello. He's not even really
Hello.
British.
No, he really is. And I was like, dope. And then Roxy's turned around talking to someone else. He goes, "Should I show her?" And I was like,
Was he gonna like that thing?
yes. I said,
Wow.
no, you don't have to do that. Because at this point, I was telling Brett, I think I told him this. I felt like he was doing that to really like, that it was the only way he felt like he could get our attention. Then
Yeah.
I felt bad. I was like, no, we're not going to use you as a prop for humor.
Good for you.
So he didn't give a fuck, though. He
Yeah.
pulls out his eye.
He's been doing it for a bit.
For a bit, yeah.
This is his trick. This is
He
his go-to.
brings the glass eye a centimeter away from Roxy's nose.
God.
Hello.
Roxy, yeah, he goes, "Hello." She turns around, the eyes
No.
right
This
there.
is great stuff.
And
I gotta tell you.
Roxy's like, "Whoa!"
Have you told this story on air yet?
I don't.
Yeah, I think so. Or was that?
that was off air? I
Oh,
think.
okay.
So then I'm.
What is real life?
Yeah. So
Seriously.
then Rox is like, basically touching it. Now she looks like a douchebag screaming at someone's glass eye because she's caught.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean, look, I gave Phil some props for opening with
Yeah.
it, but
Yeah.
like if you stick an eye in someone's face,
Yeah.
I think that person's allowed to scream.
I'm pretty sure that's in a few etiquette books.
Just to let you know, we had a couple incidents. It's no longer appropriate to take your eye out and stick it in a girl's face.
No.
I know times are changing, but it is what it
Everyone
is.
gets complaints about everything these days, Phil. I'm sorry. It's going to have to cut from your bit. And so he's just getting weirder. And he then starts kind of minding his business, puts his eye back. But then the guy next to me, Colin, is like,
Is this the tattoo guy?
yes, he goes, I'm half Cuban, half white. And I was like, oh.
And I can remove my penis.
Yeah.
Basically. He has like,
Should I put it in her face? No. No. All right, you're doing it? No? Okay.
New rule. We also found out
no, Phil, no.
not able to take your detachable penis off. However, you can make a song about it.
I wish he made a song about it.
There is
'Cause then-
detachable penis.
So then he goes, what are you? Like asking what our ethnicities are. And
You
I
should have said pure Irish.
Scottish.
Yeah, right.
And then he was talking, and then all of a sudden just is like, yeah, like, but I'm a trap star. And I was like, oh, cool. And then he just dropped the N-word. And then, like, record scratch, silence, and then, Roxy.
This was the tattoo guy.
Yes, Boston guy. Boston came out. She goes, actually, we don't fucking do that. I'm going to need you to fucking get the fuck away from us right now.
Great Roxy impression. And I could see it immediately.
Like,
Good for her.
Yeah, and then, but I start thinking, like,
How did that guy take it? He's like, oops.
well, I look at what he
Stupid ass.
looks like and what he's bringing, and someone dropping an N-word
Yeah.
casually in LA. I'm like, he has a knife. Like, I'm gonna be the
Right,
calmer one.
right.
So I said, and I was like, he goes, what's the big deal? I'm like, you are not black, and we're not okay with that. And
you.
but have a great night. And I said, and then
Yeah.
we just turned, and then he touches me.
Oof.
And then he goes, but look. And I was like, what? He's like, don't you see my tattoos? And I was like, what are
This
you?
Isn't real.
Are you insinuating that you are black because you are heavily tatted? And he goes, of course.
What is this? This is like something out of like this is like a bad movie.
I'm telling you, by the time, finally, because the bartender sees him touching me, they separate us. They start like giving us tequila on tap. The manager, the owner
How
of
often
the
do you
bar.
think these poor bastards have to do that?
Yeah,
like, for
I
all the
know.
creeps that go
I know,
in.
and he was really bad. So the bartender, so this is when the new guy comes in.
Yes.
He is like the owner of the bars. He's the manager.
Okay.
And he is like,
The owner of so the manager. See, okay. So wait, the guy. So hold on here.
okay.
So this guy who's about to come up, this new guy, he owns part of the bar. He's part.
I think so, or he's the manager.
See, this is where this story starts to get.
What?
Not on your part. These guys knew. They had no. They work for this guy.
Yeah.
He walks.
Excuse me.
Hey, you know who we need tonight? Oh yeah. No, I see these girls at the bar, and I don't. No, you know what? Bring in Phil. Bring in Phil and fucking what's the English?
Colin.
Bring in Phil and Colin. You want to bring in Phil and Colin? Oh, dude, you know what happened last time? Yeah, that's the point. That's the point. I think I'm gonna need Phil. But is he going to do the eye thing? He's going to definitely do the eye thing. He's got to do the eye thing. All right, but, Colin's been a little, no. We need to get Colin fucking unleashed. Dude, with Twitter, get him unleashed. Get him out there. And then I'm going to make the save.
The meth.
Yeah, sorry. So this guy comes out after fucking Colin and Phil do their thing. All right.
After the meth lines have been done.
Right.
And he's like, the Colin keeps trying to come up to us, even though, like, after we're like, we are not associating with you. And he's like, I'm not trying to be gratuitous with you, the bar owner, because he like was putting his like arm on my back. And he's like, I'm just trying to like get them away. I was like, all right, whatever.
They're in a cahoots, these three.
Yeah, I know. So then Rox turns to me and she goes, I actually think this guy's really handsome.
Uh-oh.
And you should like maybe like be okay with like flirting with him a little bit. And I was like, I don't know about this.
Smart.
I don't know about this. Like, this just, like, all felt weird. He's not really my type, but I was like, whatever. So he's a nice guy. He's really tatted as well, but not obviously face
You like the tats?
I like a few tats. It's not,
But not Colin tats.
No,
Right.
face tats. I'm not saying never, but like that way it
It's
says
hard.
something.
You just gotta get to where's your face?
Yeah.
It's a commitment.
It's a commitment.
It is.
And the way my parents are set up, it would be an issue.
It would be an issue.
I just know.
Yeah.
And so but I noticed he has tats, but it's dark, so I can't really see what the tattoos are.
Right.
And it gets to the end of the night, and he's like, "Can I have your number?" And I was like, "No, we can exchange Instagrams."
Oh, this is this guy. Okay,
Yes.
okay.
So
Got
this
it.
is the guy I started to tell you about.
Yes.
So I get his
How the fuck
Instagram.
do you leave out Phil and Colin first and lead with this guy? You always lead with Phil and Colin.
You're right. I don't know where I went wrong. I just
Holy shit. Yeah.
Phil and Colin are just, oh my God, live in infamy forever.
Yeah.
So finally I get home. I see this guy's Instagram. His was private at first, so we had to accept it. He accepts it. And tell me if you think this is a red flag. Because there was just like
Yes.
a lot of things I didn't like. His name was Bronson Forever, which I get.
Bronson from Bronson from the Tom Hardy Bronson?
Yeah, it's fine.
Charles Bronson.
So it was basically, or I don't even know, it was like Bruiser. Bruiser, it was about his dog, Bruiser.
Oh, yes.
His
I
dog,
remember.
Bruiser,
I remember.
died.
Yes.
And he had been really
I
into
remember
dog
this.
concert,
Okay.
which I think is cool, like adopt, don't shop. I'm all about that. But it was intense because I was telling you about, remember your pug lady?
Yes.
When people like make their whole lives around dogs, they remind me of like Tiger King type people. It's like too much of an obsession.
Too much dogs.
I scroll down and I see a photo that's
He deep faked himself as a
day.
dog.
Yeah.
No,
Oh.
it's worse. He has a big forearm. So there's a lot of big forearm, a lot of surface area, right? And I see clear as day a tattoo, and I'm like, no. And this is like worse than any tattoo I could imagine, and I might be dramatic.
It's a dog with a Gene Wilder bush.
Huge cursive, Kristian. Huge cursive from the elbow to the wrist. Vegan.
Oh, right. Yeah. Well, here's the thing with that. My late brother was a vegan, and he also had
My
a
brother's
vegan.
a vegan.
He also had a vegan tattoo, right? My
How
brother.
big?
It wasn't across his arm like that. It was more for him, and said. But it was. But yes, I don't understand. I don't say that's not fair. The vegan lifestyle is not for me. I think it's more of an issue of the. I don't know if it's an issue. It depends. I didn't have a conversation with this guy. So you read the person. You know, like I can't. It's hard for me because there also the conversation could also, and I don't know. I just want to be devil's advocate. That maybe what kind of dog was it?
I don't know.
I don't know. All right, let's say it was a let's say it's a golden retriever. All right. So let's say that there's something in this guy's life that this golden retriever meant so much to him, and there was so much that something that happened in his life or whatever it might be, and certain reasons why he's a vegan, certain reasons why he changed his life around, he did certain things, and he was able to, and this dog meant everything to him. And that's why there's these pictures that you don't know. Now,
it is.
Is that why?
I think what happened, yes.
Then you're a scumbag. No, I'm just kidding.
Let me explain why I think this is weird.
Yes.
Yeah, I do think something happened to his dog, and I think it made him change his entire way of thinking about animals and eating animals. Yeah. I eat almost 85%, 90% vegan.
Yeah.
My brother's vegan. I have a ton of vegan friends. I have a problem with people who make
it about them
labels their existence
and tries to force it on you.
Yeah, in such an intense way to if I put Japanese, at least that's my ethnicity, but that's still like, everyone, I want you to know this is how I function, and I just think it's a little obsessive.
Well, there's a lot of people like that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of it, not just vegans. I mean, there's tons of people.
Totally. It's not about being vegan.
I know what you mean.
It's about claiming something.
I mean, look at religion, man. Yeah. Religion, people do that shit with religion. People do that with a lot of different things.
But I wouldn't date them.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. Totally fair. And did you have a conversation with them though? Was the question though?
No,
because
there's
an assumption. I don't know yet. I don't know. This could be either really your instincts could be correct, and it's cut and run type stuff, or it is, maybe you have a couple conversations and find out, but you already know kind of. My big thing always is if you know right away. I mean, even when you weren't even the one who's saying you should talk to him, it was Roxy saying it. You weren't the one who was initially like, hey. If you were initially like, well, wait a minute, this guy just saved me from Colin and Phil. I'm going to, this guy's pretty attractive. If it was you, then I would, feel it out just because, you didn't see the tattoo. But if it was Roxy the one who had to convince you to talk to him in the first place, you didn't even want to give him your phone number. You're looking at his Instagram. I say cut and run, but I'm just saying you don't necessarily know what the real story is. Yeah. It's assumptions at this point, but it doesn't seem like you want to really know.
Yeah, I agree. I do think it was I'm really
fucking good at this.
Yeah, you really are. It was an intense assumption of me, but it made me. It just was so intense for me that I can't waste my time like that if I feel like it was too much. I would just never get a tattoo like that. And I'm not judging you if you do, because I do know there's a few influencers who have a vegan tattoo every now and little ones, but it just says
it's more of a worry than anything else. It's your alarm, your spidey sense is going off.
Yes.
Yeah, your spidey sense is going off because what you don't want is someone that you're not necessarily super interested in, and then you start going on a date. You're sitting there, you're wasting both of your time because at that point you're sitting down, and he starts getting into trying to convince you why you should be a veganist, and you're like, this is exactly what I was worried about.
Yes.
This is where this is all this is about. I had my warnings, I felt it, and I didn't follow it. But again, if it was a matter of, I want to give this guy a shot because I'm attracted to him. He seems like someone that I would. Then it's like, we'll give it a shot. But this doesn't seem like that.
No, it feels like our basic philosophies were different. I'm moderation in everything and never say never to
right.
things.
Well, here's what I got.
Extreme.
This is the biggest thing I got out of this. Stay out of that bar. Yeah. Don't go to that bar anymore.
Period.
Don't go to that bar anymore because that bar did not. It seemed like you were in the fucking Mos Eisley Cantina in Star Wars is what that seemed like.
Oh, then to full circle
yes, please.
The next day.
More?
The next day, I have a friend visiting in town. We go to dinner. We're on Sunset Boulevard. We're at Night and Market. It's a really good Thai restaurant. And we park the car we pull up right in front of it. Her window's down. We're reading the street signs.
You forget it. 20 years old, you just park in the middle of the street and walk out.
All of a sudden, this guy sitting on the curb is like, fuck you.
To you?
Just to like anyone.
Oh, to anyone. It's like Coming to America style. I like that.
Exactly. I look and I said, "Is that Colin?"
Oh,
It was Colin.
Yes.
It's Colin.
He was just chilling out on the floor, and he wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he shouldn't have been in that bar in the first place. Okay.
Yeah.
It's my favorite fucking story ever told on this show. What an ending to that story. What an abs. Thank you, Steph. You just secured about 45 more episodes on this show with that story. Holy shit.
Make
Secured
sure to go
my
out every
fear of
weekend.
my daughter ever going out. I mean,
I'll tell you what. My daughter this morning, I was so proud of her, walking by, and there was some guy at the bus stop, and he was, this is 7:45 in the morning, shithoused, this guy. I don't know if he was homeless. I don't know what, I assume. But he was, I don't want to judge the guy. He probably had a rough life. Fucked up. And there was an energy about him. We're walking up, and within seconds, my daughter goes, "That guy gives me a bad vibe, Dad."
Oh.
Like within seconds. And I'm like, and I look over, and I'm like, "You're not wrong."
Yeah.
And then, as we're waiting on the corner, the guy is at the bus stop. He starts moving, like towards us. And my daughter's like, and it just turned. But like she's not the most observant person in the world, but she's zoned in on instinct, like immediately. Like I had a chance to tell my wife about it though too. My wife has the creep door, and like
You got to.
it's funny. You know when I met my wife, well,
she didn't have the creep door.
No, she didn't. Clearly not. I fucking duped her, Brett. I fucking duped her. But no, I remember when so we always tell this story. Forrest Griffin fought Shogun Rua, right? And Shogun was supposed to win this fight. And I wound up betting a lot of money on Forrest Griffin that day to win. This is not a name drop, it's just a random fucking story. I was smoking a joint with my buddy Sheldon Anderson and Josh Duhamel at my friend's apartment watching this fight. And talking about Transformers to Josh Duhamel, and he asked me if I liked it. I said, not really. I thought you were good in it, but he said, why didn't you like it? And I said we had this whole conversation about it, but I won a lot of money off of Forrest Griffin. He won the fight. And then I remember going to the bar afterwards. At the time, I had met my wife. I had met her, and she had been in a couple of shows, and I said, she's very attractive. And my friend Tom Connolly and Cricket told her, he's coming. He's really into you. So she's ready. As a woman, Steph, you hear that, and you're like, all right, so this guy's going to come in. He's going to pursue me. And so I come in. Remember, I'm stoned. I just sit. And she's like, why? Where is this person who's supposed to be talking to me? And I just sit. However, I believe that it started to get her more like, okay, what's happening here? Hello. So she started. So she started talking to me a little bit more, and I wasn't trying to play like, you come talk to me.
Yeah.
I was just, huh? And then I'm at the bar, and she comes over. She goes, there had maybe a couple conversations with her, and my wife never does this type of thing. She goes, I need you to pretend you're my boyfriend. She goes, because this guy wasn't a bad guy. She's like, and I just don't want to deal with it. And we put on this whole front, and he's like, you got a good one, man. Good for you. Guy was a cool guy. I remember talking to him thinking like, yeah, we've been together, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, cool. She's a good looking lady. He wasn't creep. It's just a dude trying to hit on a lady.
Yeah.
Because remember, my wife and I talk about it. That's not a thing she ever did. It was weird that she did it, because not weird that she did it, but weird that she did it with me, because considering that we're now 14 years later. But we both talk about that guy, and we're like, the guy was all right. He wasn't Colin or Phil.
Yes, there's a difference.
There's a difference. It was just like, hey, how are you? Like I could approach you at a bar and have a conversation with you. You could just not be interested in me.
Phil was that until Phil was
popping
popped his eyeball out.
Yeah.
He just Phil used the wrong parlor trick.
Yeah.
But anyway, so like, and that's the thing. You just don't know what you're gonna get. And that was why I told you I had this whole thing that I've been working on. That it's just like guys, and it's like, there's a double standard. Yes, there is, and it deserves it because like the whole. I mean, again, I swear. Again, I'm going to give away all the shit that I've been working on, but who gives a shit? But I was like, you and I had this conversation where it was a guy, and I think I've actually talked about this on the air. A guy walks into a bar and he smiles, or a woman walks in, and she smiles at a guy, or a guy walks in and smiles at a girl. It's just a smile. She smiles back. I see you smile. Okay, great. Nothing happens. Great. Fucking girl smiles at you. Smile at Colin. Oh, she wants to fuck.
Yeah.
It's like, no, she wants a mojito, Colin. let her go. Let her do her thing. It's just like you can't win. It's
you can't, because if I don't smile,
you're a bitch.
I'm a bitch.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do on the streets. I'm like,
you know what you should do? You should just, like, next time you should just go, fall on the floor and start rolling.
Bite smile.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hello. Nice to see you.
Still wouldn't work.
You know,
It's true. Not with that Instagram account.
You could have vegan just drawn all over your face, and you would,
She's just like, no, I'm not attractive. Did you see my pool picture?
Yeah.
You better start photoshopping a lot of pimples.
Oh man. Yeah, every time it should be a swipe.
Yeah.
And then something awful.
Something awful. Yeah. It's just right. Every time you click on it, it's like one of those like scary faces popping out like an old lady.
Yes.
Like it's like The Shining.
Yeah.
It's like The Shining scene. Like you come in, you're like, oh my God, let me see it. Unbelievable. Well, poor Colin.
Yeah, that's the moral of the story.
Yeah.
Poor Colin.
Poor Colin. Poor Colin. Was it Colin and who? Phil. No. Colin's an asshole.
Phil Collins.
Phil Collins. That's stupid. Phil Collins. This is true.
Collins.
That's why. That's who he was saying. He was saying "fuck you" to Phil because Phil dumped him.
Yeah.
That's what happened. Phil Collins was a band, and he was supposed to come out and fucking poor. Well, Phil's like, enough of this shit. This guy's dropping this. He's saying this and that, and he's a person. I'm just popping my eye out, trying to have a good time here. We're breaking up, buddy.
Yeah.
And so he said, "Fuck you," and you caught the end of the breakup of the band.
Yeah, that's exactly how we should remember it.
Yeah, it's good.
The
Well, look,
band broke up.
this is a fun show.
Yeah.
I had a blast with you guys. I hope you guys had a blast. Look, if you didn't know already,
Fuck you.
if you didn't, why weren't you talking more about visions? We talked about visions for a lot. We talked about visions, Evan Hansen,
We
a lot
had
of
beaver
stuff.
nuts. Come on.
Those beaver nuts are something else.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah, it's like kind of like a
caramel.
crunchy donut.
Yeah, it's like
Really
a caramel
good.
candy. Yeah, it's good and terrible
No,
at
I've
the same time.
destroyed I'm trying to
I'm telling you, man, I was crushing that watching Visions last night. Anyway, we've got Apple Podcast, we have Spotify, we got all of it, and we need you guys to do it. And if you didn't know already, and if you haven't been checking it out, 20% off tickets for the Schmodown Live on October 9th. I can now say the main event. It is Chance Ellison, the #1 contender, against the new movie trivia Schmodown champion of the world, Lady Justice Marisol McKee. That is the main event, and make sure you get there. You want to support, then you get the tickets at theschmodownlive.com. And on October 8th, myself and Mark Ellis are going to be doing stand-up comedy at the New York Comedy Club. Mark will be there on the 7th and the 8th. I will be there on the 8th for sure. So please get your tickets at markellis.live. All right. Well, thank you guys. Thank you to Steph. Thank you to Brett. All you guys are the best. Thank you. You leave your comments. I've been trying to get to you all, and it's all about community. And the more you comment, the more I'll respond. Peace out, Mother Fs.